I'm sure that I am extremely late to the party on this. In fact, I know I'm extremely late to the party on this, but I just had to comment on the status of the current sequel to Man of Steel. Now, now whether or not I liked Man of Steel is irrelevant. The status of the sequel, which will supposedly pave the way for a Justice League movie, is something that as a fan of the characters, I can't really ignore. So I have been keeping tabs on the movie, and the very, let's just say, controversial casting choices that have arisen over the past several months since Man of Steel's release. They've announced that there's going to be a crossover movie with Batman, and they've announced that they announced a long time ago that Ben Affleck was going to play Batman. Now, a lot of people were all up in arms about this because a lot of people didn't really think that Ben Affleck could pull off Batman. They didn't really think that he could capture the multiple sides to Batman. You know, the intimidating in costume version, the Playboy Bruce Wayne version, or the more subdued kind of warrior Bruce Wayne. Christian Bale did that beautifully. Michael Keaton also did a good job. So did Val Kilmer, in my opinion. So in terms of the screen Batmans, there have been some really good ones. But the thing with Ben Affleck is that I don't mind him as Batman. I really don't. At least not in concept. But I know a lot of people are raising the point. Well, Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker, and everyone was skeptical, including myself. But the thing is, with Heath Ledger, he had already proven that he could disappear into characters, and so I think people were a little more in the vein of let's wait and see what he does with the Joker, rather than he is absolutely going to suck as the Joker. So people do not think Ben Affleck has the chops to pull off Batman. But I've really become a fan of Ben Affleck in the last few years because I liked the town, I liked his performance in the town, and I like his direction of the town. Same deal with Argo. So I definitely think he has the acting chops to pull off the kind of warrior, damaged Bruce Wayne. The very brooding Bruce Wayne. So we have yet to see what he does with the Playboy Bruce Wayne and Bruce Wayne as Batman. So I'm willing to give him a chance because Ben Affleck has completely turned his career around. Now, I think a lot of people are pointing to Daredevil, which was the last time he played a comic book superhero. But the thing is, Daredevil wasn't entirely his fault. Daredevil, a lot of that had to do with the writing, because Affleck was not the only one who embarrassed himself in Daredevil. He didn't even embarrass himself nearly as much as some other people in that movie. Jennifer Garner, Colin Farrell. So yeah, when the news broke that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, I was a little confused, but I'm willing to give him a chance. Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I was not a fan of because frankly, I don't think she can act very well. She barely has any experience acting. Her only major roles have been in the Fast and the Furious franchise. She's not even the star, and to be honest, she seems kind of English challenged. Because, as I recall, she was Miss Israel. Now, instead of casting Wonder Woman to someone with presence, like Lynn Collins, or Jamie Alexander, or Megan Ori, or even Gina Carano. No, they went with a toothpick like Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot, who has proven that at best she's a mediocre actress. But I have to say, okay, let's give her a chance. Let's give her a chance. She's probably not going to be as good as Linda Carter, but whatever, whatever. I'm going to see where this goes. She can't possibly, if she's not in the movie much, she can't really ruin it. Like Megan Fox and Jonah Hex. Megan Fox was not in Jonah Hex enough to ruin it. She certainly didn't help, but Jonah Hex was already a horrible movie. Megan Fox didn't do anything to make it more horrible. She didn't do anything to make it less horrible, but I digress. But the latest casting choice is something that I just can't get behind. This is something I now know where the naysayers are coming from. Jesse Eisenberg has officially been cast as Lex Luthor, the arch nemesis of Superman. Jesse Eisenberg has been cast as billionaire genius, the greatest criminal mind in the world, Lex Luthor. The guy who is arguably the best known Superman villain of them all. Hi Superman, I'm Lex Luthor, and I'm out to destroy you because I have this massive company that I amassed through the power of Facebook, and I have a little surprise for you, Superman. I have a kryptonite. Kryptonite, yes, Superman, I have kryptonite, even though a street punk like me couldn't possibly get access to kryptonite because, again, I am a street punk. But rest assured, Superman, I will destroy you, and I will destroy all your friends too, because you should really be afraid of me, because I have such an intimidating voice, and I have such an intimidating persona, because I am Jesse Eisenberg, the once and future creator of Facebook, and you will never stand up to the company that I do not have in this movie for some reason, because again I'm a street punk. So you will not be going up against LexCorp. You will be going up against skinhead Lex Luthor. So you will be destroyed, Superman. I will destroy you with this kryptonite. Oh wait, no, that's not kryptonite. That's my dinner that I found on the street. But I will get you. I will get you, Superman. Rest assured, I will get you. You cannot hide from Jesse Eisenberg. I'm sorry, I just can't see Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I really can't. I mean, it's not that he's a bad actor. Jesse Eisenberg is not a bad actor. But he has only had a few serious roles, and in my opinion, he just does not have the presence for someone like Lex Luthor. I can appreciate the desire to go up against the mold and try and do something new with the character. I can appreciate the need for that, but making someone like Lex Luthor a street punk kind of defeats the purpose of the character. The purpose of the character is to be this very simultaneously a human adversary for Superman to fight, while also being this very larger than life corporate behemoth. Making him a street punk kind of takes away some of the essence of the character, in my opinion. Also, someone like Lex Luthor has to have presence. I mean, whether or not you liked the previous on-screen iterations of Lex Luthor, whether it be Gene Hackman or Kevin Spacey, you cannot deny that those guys had screen presence. Jesse Eisenberg just seems like some guy. He just seems like some guy. He doesn't really seem all that threatening. I just can't see it. And honestly, I am more skeptical than ever about this project. I am, if anything, I'm disheartened at the fate of the future screen iteration of Justice League. Because Justice League, I really love the Justice League cartoon series, and to discover that these guys are going to be the ones responsible for bringing it to the big screen is just very disheartening to me, because Marvel has it much better. Marvel cares about their superheroes. Marvel is giving their superheroes their own movie. They're casting their superheroes well. Right off the top of my head, I can't really think of a single member of the Avengers who is miscast. Um, Chris Evans, very well cast as Captain America. Chris Hemsworth, very well cast as Thor. Tom Hiddleston, very well cast as Loki. Scarlett Johansson was a bit of a miscast, but you get my point. You get my point. The Marvel superheroes they stay true to the comics in terms of casting, but also the actors bring their own thing to the movies. They bring their own charm to the movies, and I think that's what they're trying to do with the Man of Steel sequel. And I think they're trying to do something different with these characters, since these characters have become so iconic. But when Man of Steel tried to do something different, it ended up being a convoluted mess. So I'm not going to judge this movie as being absolutely horrible before it's even released. I am going to wait and see what it's like. But if they keep up with announcements like this, if they keep disappointing me like this, then I just might have to bow out of any support that I once had for this project. Although my spirits are somewhat less dampened by the casting of Alfred, who is going to be played by Jeremy Irons. That's a good choice. That's a really, really good choice. Because Jeremy Irons is a great actor. I've always liked Jeremy Irons, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to do with Alfred. Although, sadly, he's probably not going to get much screen time because this movie is throwing in Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Because they want to get that Justice League movie out there. I don't know. I'll just wait and see, but at this point, I ain't gonna hold my breath.